Hey guys, how you going? Welcome back to Rdme, and we're back at another live session. And this is for the
chilies.
if you're not sure, the red hot chili peppers, those
And
chilies.
Funny story, I was supposed to see them 16, almost 17 years
16
ago,
and a half
wasn't it?
years ago.
Yes. Thank you for being precise numbers.
We know exactly why it was, because you couldn't come
we
because
got the tickets, all excited, and then I fell pregnant. I said I was quite determined through the pregnancy. No, I'll only be 6 months pregnant. I'll be fine in the mosh pit, no problem. I got to 6 months pregnant and went, give that ticket to someone you know, darling, because I ain't going.
and I did.
Yes.
And so I've seen chilies again. Well, I saw them first time 16 and a half years ago. Haven't seen them since. But this will be our first for you.
First.
So, and the child that Rachel was pregnant with 16 and a half years ago is here with
Wearing
us,
the shirt.
wearing the shirt that I bought at the last Chili's gig, which is a little bit odd, but great. I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, both our kids are here. They're up there pumped.
They're pumped and ready.
And yeah, we'll let you know what it's like on the flip-flop.
All right.
All right, have a
See
good
you guys.
Bye.
must be something in the way I feel that she don't want me to feel. There she bears a country. I don't care. Is this a what of me? Like a million show. I hope you know we do love you. We love you so until we meet again. Be good to each other. Love.
Hi guys.
Hey, so that was Red Hot Chili Peppers in Sydney. And this is not an immediate reaction because, perfectly frank, had to get out of there and get our
Oh
car
god, it was
and get in
midnight by the
traffic.
time I got home. So
We
there you
weren't
go.
doing it. So it's the next day now. So we're having a thoughtful reaction. We had some time to
Process.
the gig. And so tell me what you thought.
Good gig. Loved it. Very tight. All the musicians were like they're on their game, right?
60
and
he's
I
jumping
know,
around
I know,
like
jumping
lunatics.
around, and
I
seriously,
hope I'm not
they did several sections of the evening where they were jamming, just
Yep.
jamming together,
Yep.
and that was amazing, right? Huge talent, massive talent, right? So in Sydney, they toured with Post Malone, who's had quite a few hits over here, and is quite popular. So the crowd was a real mix of diehard Chili Peppers and then Post Malone and stuff. So you know, it was noticeable the number of people that left after Post, because he wasn't doing his own Australian tour and things. And he was great. He was fantastic. Especially the kids. The kids loved him. They're big fans.
We did a separate video for Post, so check that out if you're interested.
Yeah. A bit too much smoke all over the stage, really. But anyway, we're talking about Chili's, right? So yeah, they came on, and the stadium had refilled, and they came on with a couple of big hits.
Under the World, Around the World, and then Dani California were the first two.
Yep. And so that
I'm going to
had
put the set list
everyone
here.
that had everyone on their feet, and things. But I would say, as an overall kind of thing, it was great. I really appreciated it for the musicianship, but they totally lost the crowd. This is a stadium full of people, and a lot of them. I mean, Chili's. I don't know when they were last in Australia. Actually, I meant to look it up, but I didn't. But seriously, you know, you're playing to a crowd who are coming to see some classics, to enjoy, you know, live music in amongst a community, right? So when you go to a stadium event, you kind of want. You want to sing every song and you want to get involved. Now, I understand there's lots of people out there. There's been lots of talk on social media over here about them not doing enough classics and things. And then there's a lot of people, you know, responding to that by saying, you know, they've played those things, you know, a billion times in the last 30 years. And that's fair enough too. You know, you want to kind of...
They need to enjoy what they're doing, so they need to play new stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of on that side of the fence.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would love to have been back-to-back classics, and not. But they've, you know, the thing is that, you know, things like Tippa My Tongue and stuff like that, in 5-10 years time, may be one of the Chili Pepper classic songs, right?
Maybe.
Like I was mentioned at the beginning, I saw them in 2006. I was looking through the set they did in 2006, and a lot of the songs were from Stadium Arcadium. Like, it worked out 6 out of the 20 songs or stuff. And
6 out of 23,
yeah, and
right? So that's about a quarter.
But also where they were placed throughout the set and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, I to be honest, I can't remember whether or not I was like, yeah, we've got to watch whilst, you know, this particular track's playing, Snow or whatever. But now it's like, yeah, it's a great track, right? We really enjoy it. So
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of that. But to be honest, for me, a lot of the newer stuff just isn't that
It's not that
captivating.
classic.
It's not. They had a lot of the tracks where they were. It was like yeah, and then John does a solo and the band jam out at the end, and that's
Yeah.
kind of how the song ends.
Yeah.
And Yeah, that's great, but that's all there was kind of to those songs. Those songs like things like Black Summer and Eddie or whatever. They didn't have hooks,
They definitely hark
vocal
back
hooks
to
for you to kind of sing along to
Yeah.
and get into.
Yeah. They
know,
do
right?
hark back to the style of the earlier Chili's, in some elements of them. But yeah, I think there was a huge block in the set
There was a section in the middle
that was all new stuff.
and then Californication comes on. Everyone's like, yeah, we know this one.
Absolutely. So
You
the
know,
reaction from the crowd was just like unmistakable when they kind of like brought in one of the kind of older classic
But they
greats.
didn't do Under
whatever.
the Bridge.
They didn't. There are a lot of people talking about that
I
and
looked up the last
dying
time
for
they
them
did-
to do it.
they did it in
I
Auckland.
understand why they didn't.
They did it in Auckland. That's
They
what
did it?
I thought they hadn't done
Right.
it all tour. They did
Right.
it in Auckland as
Yeah.
the first encore track.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody here wanted.
Like-
Everybody wanted. They brought up as they were off doing their kind of encore break. They were panning the crowd and finding different signs, and there was one that said "Under the Bridge," and the crowd
The
just went
entire
mental.
stadium went berserk,
And they didn't
right?
care.
So yes,
They
they were.
squeezed my
They were
soul
just
instead.
filming. They brought up on the big screen certain people in the audience, and everyone was sort of cheering and going crazy for different things. And then they focused on one sign that someone was holding up, saying "Under the Bridge," and the entire stadium went off bigger than they had done all of the concert, right? They were just, please play Under the Bridge.
Well, they did.
I understand why they didn't. I understand
don't.
why they
I don't-
kind
I
of
don't-
like
if you're gonna-
over it. But still, as I said, I don't know how long it's been since they were in Australia. When you do a stadium tour, I'm sorry, there are some things that people just
Like, you
are
do
dying
that-
to see you do live,
Yeah.
right? To experience that
I'd almost do that
among
more,
their community.
Almost do that more than give it away,
Yeah.
right? Do you know what I mean?
They
In
did give
terms
it
of-
away for our
as the
for our
final
encore,
song.
which was great.
Okay, but positives for me.
Yeah.
I want to be negative on it. Positive for me. They did a lot of good tracks I really liked, but the one
Yeah.
that stood out for me and I was like, wasn't expecting was Could Have Lied, from Blood, Sex, Sugar, Magic.
Yeah.
Top
I did
two.
not expect that either.
It was so
Right?
good, and it was phenomenal. It was really, really good. You'll see it in the video.
Yeah.
I only really videoed for most of the stuff, as you'll notice, the beginnings of the tracks, because I don't want to get into the rest of the track. I think
Yeah,
it was only
yeah.
give it away up and film the whole thing. So.
No one wants to be that person filming the entire
No.
concert.
Yeah, I'll do what I can for you guys, but also I want to get into the gig.
Yeah.
But that was really, really cool. I really enjoyed that. Dani California was great. Obviously, By the Way at the end was fantastic.
Yes.
Gutted they didn't do Can't Stop, which they did the previous night at Sydney. And yeah, obviously, as I say, is like, not doing
They're mixing it up.
Under the Bridge. Because they've been doing different sets each gig. Which is good, which is what you do. Your fans want that if they pick the repeat goers, and also, they want to keep themselves interested. They've been doing this a long time, right? So they just want to keep themselves interested. That's why they have a lot of these little instrumental jams and stuff, which are great, really good. But at the same time, part of you's like, quit your fucking jamming. You could have played Under the Bridge.
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
time.
No, I've spoken to a few people that have been to the concerts in Sydney, and they've all been kind of like, yeah, it was great to see them jam. It was great to hear the new stuff live and things. And they put on a good show. They're super fit.
They do.
Oh my God, they are super
I don't know, I can't remember if it's
fit.
in the video or not.
Like, for their age and everything. I'm
Flea
not
did
talking
a
about,
walking handstand.
fit. I'm talking about actual fit.
A walking handstand
Yeah,
across
yeah,
the stage
Flea was
at the
amazing.
encore.
Mind you, when he did most of the talking through the concert, and everybody's in there going, "What did he say?"
I think.
Australia. Bless him. But,
And he's from Australia. He was born in Australia.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't know
that's
that?
right.
He was. So
That's
anyway.
right.
Anyway.
But look, it was a great concert. We really enjoyed it. The kids enjoyed it. Even, they've been chillied up, but yeah. So we all walked away singing the songs for the rest of the night and things.
Yeah.
So, always the sign of a good show. But a couple of elements, a couple of people thought it was a bit I don't know. Indulgent, maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't, yeah.
Not
Like I said, I think
indulgent in a.
they're always going to play their newer tunes.
Yeah.
But I think there was a big section of newer tunes.
Yeah. If they'd had it spaced
And those
out,
newer tunes
maybe.
really aren't as catchy
Yeah.
as, you know, when they play, you know, when they first played like, you know, Dani California or something, you know, in 2006, it's a catchy tune, right? And you've already sing along to it. It was a single, you sing along to it. Black Summer and the drummer and Eddie, there aren't really any vocal hooks to get the
Vocals,
crowd
that's the big thing, right?
going into it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. I'm hoping that, you know, in the next album, whatever, we'll have a bit more of that kind of Chili Pepper hookiness kind of to it. But you know, and that they don't just become a band that releases an album, tours, plays a couple of tracks from the new album, and then all. You know, I want the new tracks to actually be good tracks as well.
Yeah.
But I fear that that's kind of where they go in a little bit. But
Well,
we'll see.
who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway.
They're doing better than we are, so
It's a beautiful summer afternoon here, so we had to do it outside for
do
you
it
guys.
outside. Hopefully, it's not too much of a breezy sound on the mics or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys,
Good to see you.
you can see him.
I can.
Oh
I can.
Oh, that's what's his face.
There they are.
Oh yeah. Hey, man.
Hey, old man Tim. How you going, dude? All right.
All right, nice one. If you've watched into the end this far, then
Good on you.
good on you. I wouldn't be.
All right.
All right, nice one. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.